What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So the one thing that I didn't talk about yesterday, as everybody else was talking about it, was the Ethereum ETF approval, which honestly is absolutely amazing, in my opinion, and I guess in a lot of other people's opinion, because even if we're not seeing direct price action, we're not seeing a direct price rise and skyrocket right now, um, it still is big for the future. And the reason why it's big for the future is all about adoption. And I want to talk about this within this video. I want to talk about Ethereum ETF. I want to talk about the market and whether we are going to see things that do explode. And in my opinion, I believe we will. And I'll tell you the reasons why to all of that throughout this video. Guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out any of the links that are down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter or follow me on Patreon, those links are in the description. Now, don't forget about my link for Margex if you guys want to sign up for Margex and leverage trade, especially with Ethereum's price probably going to skyrocket very, very soon. Bitcoin is going to move as well. You're going to see a lot of altcoins that are going to make a huge move. Hopefully, this is the start to altcoin season. But if it is, you want to be a part of that in the best way possible. So I introduced leverage trading to my portfolio, and I've never looked back. I'm not saying that you have to leverage 50x or 100x, but 5x leverage at a very low price that you're putting in or a low amount that you're putting in can provide you with that risk while also giving you that larger reward that you can get from the risk that you're putting out there. So feel free to check out the leverage trading platform Margex in the description at the top of the description. But if we look at my crypto portfolio, right, just really quick, my crypto portfolio is down by $7,000, down by 3.4%, and the overall market is down by 3.4%. So it makes sense. It's really lining up to where everything is. But things are definitely decreasing off of this more bullish news that what we've seen. The Bitcoin ETF was approved a while ago, and we saw that movement, we saw the hype, we saw the popularity, and then we saw kind of fall off. And then now we see Ethereum get the approval, and it's going to create more adoption. It's going to create more, stability. It's going to create more traditionalists getting into it. And I feel as though people are underestimating the impact that this will have in the long term by only looking at the short term, right? Because we go into articles like this where the article title is Ethereum ETF approvals fail to ignite crypto market, sparking $400 million in losses, right? That's a lot of money. And I bet people thought, hey, you know what? It's going to skyrocket. So I'm going to bet long and or bet for this to absolutely skyrocket short term, and it absolutely fell down. So all the people that are looking to leverage trade 100x or 50x because it's sparking this large amount of news, and hopefully you feel like it's going to push this price all the way up, and ended up doing the opposite. And that's typically what happens, right? They try and liquidate you. We've seen it time and time again. So why go all in on a position with a potential chance to, if it drops by 1% or 2%, you lose everything, if you're trading at a 100x or 50x. However, if you're trading at maybe a 5x leverage, it could be 20% if it drops. Then that's when you would lose everything that you put in there, right? You get liquidated. But you also still have that risk of it absolutely exploding. But anyways, we didn't really see some major movement here today. And when we compare it to the Bitcoin ETF, a Bitcoin ETF during the time of approval actually didn't see that much of a spark. It saw a spark beforehand, but it didn't see a spark as it was approved. It did end up increasing the first day that it started trading, and I think a day and a half later. And then after that, it started to fall down and retrace a hefty amount. For Ethereum, we have the approval, but we're in that same stage where we're seeing it decrease a little bit. People are like, you know what? I thought this was going to increase, and it didn't increase. So then maybe they end up either getting stopped out or liquidated or whatever. But the thing that it's doing is not something for the short term, right? I understand how people want money now. If you invest $1,000, you would love to turn it to 5,000 in a matter of a day. If you invest 5,000, you would love to turn it to 50,000 or 100,000 in a matter of a day. It's not that simple. It happens, but it's not that simple. What the Ethereum ETF is doing for the markets is much more of a long-term impact. Because just like Bitcoin, the Bitcoin ETF, you're creating an avenue for traditionalists to get into the market. Traditionalists like Warren Buffett and for some reason I can't think of another person, Dave Ramsey or somebody, right? They invest into ETFs. They invest into all-encompassing things that include not only just one stock, but like multiple stocks in multiple sectors. For obviously Bitcoin and Ethereum, you're only looking at the Bitcoin ETF, which only follows Bitcoin, as well as the Ethereum ETF, which only follows Ethereum. Eventually, you're going to have all-encompassing ETFs, which this does find a way to get traditionalists introduced to that concept of having all-encompassing ETFs with things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP all together into one bundle, right? And what's great is you're seeing that adoption. You're seeing those people that are holding, and those traditionalists will hold for a lot longer of a time than what you would hold for, which probably would be, maybe a month or 2 months or 3 months or whatever your short term, hold was supposed to be. So honestly, while people are panicking and saying the market is not ready to explode or the market's not going to move and it's going to absolutely collapse based off of this news, no, it's not going to absolutely collapse based off of this news. We may see it pull back a little bit based on, people getting liquidated, as well as people believing it's going to increase and the opposite happening, right? And then they end up selling just based on panicking, right? You got to understand, again, long term, this is going to explode, right? This may be the thing that gets altcoin season started, because we were seeing Ethereum's, rise in dominance. We were seeing Bitcoin's decrease in dominance, and we want to see that start to go from where Bitcoin is and Ethereum to start to get to either even or whatever, and then hopefully, Ethereum's dominance can surpass Bitcoin, but you never know. But the point is that altcoin season is upon us. It's very, very close, and this may be the start of that. So I just wanted to talk about this. I wanted to give my perspective because I didn't give my perspective yesterday. Let me know what you think about this. Do you think that this is going to start altcoin season? Do you think that we have maybe a number of months? I've given my timeline. My timeline is still 3 months outside of the halving that we will see things start to absolutely explode. Other people say 6 months to a year. I'm saying 3 months because I feel as though there's more people in the crypto market, more adoption that's happening, more creation, more use cases that's happening, and more people that are invested into the markets, as well as having these traditionalists that are invested for a longer period of time into these markets that we're talking about here today. It's a completely different bull market, completely different bear market that we'll see, and I can't wait to see what those will be. But guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out any of the links that are down below. It does help out the channel for Margex, for Patreon, for Twitter. Guys, I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.